Let's go on to the head of the Menzies Research Centre, Nick Cater, and columnist with The Australian. Love catching up with you, Nick. Love your columns in The Australian because you find these perfect examples of cant and hypocrisy. And this week you highlighted on Virgin Airlines, Richard Branson's outfit. They're virtue signalling over saving the planet by not having beef on their planes. What are they burning to keep the planes in the air?
Well, that's right. I mean, it takes half a tonne of carbon to transfer somebody from New York to London, right? So he's doing that, and he's trying to save carbon by cutting out on beef, which is an absolute fallacy, by the way, and I can explain why it's a fallacy. But the man lives on a 30-hectare Caribbean island that's only accessible by private helicopter or yacht. You know, these people, they've just...
And I've seen pics he's driving around with a high-speed, powered boat and ski boat with the Obamas and whatever. This guy would have the carbon footprint of Tasmania.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he's casting dispersions on beef, one of Australia's great products, one of our great export earners, one of the things we all enjoy eating, or 90% of us do anyway, and just for his own virtue. But, I think at the core of it is this lie, and it is a lie, Chris, it really is, that beef is particularly bad for the planet. It's not. If you farm well, if you graze cattle properly as they should be grazed, it's actually carbon positive. You're actually putting carbon back into the soil. And an interesting statistic I picked up, you'll like this one, that there are twice as many ex-vegetarians in Australia as there are vegetarians. What does that tell you?
They fall off the vegetarian wagon. Now, it's a very important point, this, because I've spoken to quite a few people in regional areas. They see the campaign against coal, then they see the campaign against gas, and they feel that the climate activists will turn next, and they've started to already, against agriculture, especially when it comes to our meat and wool producers, meat and lamb producers.
That's right, and more farmers are actually getting smart and adopting new techniques, which you don't let the cow eat all the grass. Basically, you leave a bit there so that it can regrow, and you move him on to some other pasture. And if you farm that way, I'm told, then you can have massive benefits for sequestering carbon into the earth, which is what we want to do, right? I think we're supposed to be reducing the amount of carbon in the atmosphere. Cows do that. They're part of the natural process. It's no different from, kangaroos that graze this continent for millions of years, or thousands at any rate. So, we've got to really fight for this, Chris, because otherwise, another great productive Australian industry will be suffering.
Yeah, well said. Thanks for joining us, Farmer Nick.
Thanks, Chris.
Nick Cater there. You can read his stuff in The Australian. It's always brilliant.